Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, TyLoTheGentleman. For all y'all that want a piece of One Piece, welcome to Wano Piece. Before we even start this video, I want to give a shout out to the Wano Piece Pirate Crew. If you want to join the Wano Piece Pirate Crew, hit that subscribe button below.
Do it! Just do it!
This week, we are recapping chapters 251 through 260. We are more than halfway to 500. As you can see, I'm dressed like I'm in Skypiea myself. You know, if I was in Skypiea, I would try and keep it fly. You know, I would have like a nice little gold and white ensemble. Follow me on Instagram at Wano_Piece. There will be One Piece memes and updates on the channel. Aisa, she reported that Gan Fall and one of the priests' sounds grew silent, which at first I thought meant that Gan Fall was defeated, so that was the sound she meant that grew silent, but it was actually because Luffy and Sanji had defeated Satori. Since Satori had been defeated, his sound grew silent. Waipa, the leader of the Raiders, saw this as the perfect time to go and strike Enel in the upper yard, so they're headed to the god's shrine. He also mentions this being some sort of sign from the true god, who I'm not sure who this is, but I hope they'll explain shortly.
Super hot fire. I spit that.
After Luffy, Sanji, and Usopp defeat Satori, they catch the boat just in time and they're on their way back to the upper yard to find the others. Chopper dove in to save Gan Fall, right? And what happened is giant Southbirds saved Chopper, Gan Fall, and Gan Fall's bird. So they're all safe, they're all good to go, but Gan Fall is pretty badly hurt. But good thing is, Chopper's a doctor. Now, we switch over to Nami and her group. Nami, Zoro, and Nico Robin, they're all in one section, and they discover that the other half of the house that Cricket had is actually here in Sky Island. So, the Sky Island at some point, or a piece of Jaya at some point came up to join the rest of the Sky Islands because of that underwater spring thing that the knock-up stream knocked them up. So now what we have is we have the other half of that building over in this forest. This is the only place where plants grow, right? On the Cloud Islands and all that kind of stuff, because it came from the blue seas. It wasn't in the white seas, so it was in the blue seas, and it came up because of the knock-up stream, and it sustains this life and makes it grow bigger and stronger, so it can grow it can make plants bigger, it can make animals bigger. But the issue is they can't create new life. So this land is considered very holy because there's no other ground, there's no other dirt and stuff like that in Sky Island. All of it is clouds. So we find out the reason the Raiders don't like the gods or the people of Skypiea is because they were brought up on the knock-up stream and forced out of their land. Makes sense. So these guys are fighting to keep their land. Now the Raiders don't seem so bad. They actually seem like the good guys in a sense, because people took them away from their land and all they're doing is to fight to get their land back. I don't see anything wrong with that. You guys let me know how you feel down in the comments below. So this leads to a big battle starting off. The Raiders are fighting the priests. Everybody's fighting everywhere. Enel actually says that there's 81 fighters. Luffy's crew, the Raiders, and counting his priests plus soldiers, the militia. He believes that there's only going to be 5 people left standing.
Quick maths!
The priests and the Raiders are fighting. Is not looking too good for the Raiders, but they are defeating some of the militia. But the priests are just very, very strong. Luffy and the crew join back up at the altar. So they get back to the altar, they link up, and they come up with this plan. Half of them are going to go through the forest directly to where they believe the treasure is. Because once they found those 2 buildings, that other half of the other building, they realized that where the treasure was. When you look at the island, if you put both maps together, the 400-year-old map mixed with the current map of Jaya, it looks like a skull. And that left eye is where they feel the treasure is. So they're so hyped about the treasure. So one group's going to go around the island in the ship and park and come across to make for an easy escape. The other half, Luffy's team, is going to go through the forest. Now when they get back to Chopper at the altar, the whole team links up. Chopper seems pretty much afraid, right? He seems afraid that they're going to be mad that he wasn't able to protect the ship. But they're more concerned with Chopper's safety. And I think this is going to stick with Chopper for a while. A lot of things stick with Chopper because Chopper's just starting to realize how people are, how he's just starting to realize that people, all humans aren't bad, and they can care for you just as much as they can hate you. So I think he's found the right friends, and I think he's growing to love these guys. And girls.
I'm going to jail!
Okay, so before this battle starts, Enel calls the 3 priests that are left up to the god's shrine and tells them, hey, there's no more rules in the upper yard. Y'all can go wherever y'all want, y'all can do y'all trials wherever y'all want, and y'all can fight whoever y'all want. So, the priests, all bets are off. They're allowed to do whatever they want in order to sustain this, to stop this madness that's going on. Now, one thing Enel keeps mentioning is that he doesn't need to be here much longer. He's waiting for something. I'm not sure if it's the gold, like the treasure, or if he's waiting to gain some sort of power. I look forward to seeing what that all entails, but he's waiting for something. He's only here for a specific reason.
Bruh. Make your dreams come true!
Now, while they were sleeping, just before they went out, someone fixed the Going Merry, and no one knows who it was. Usopp went to find out, but ended up getting knocked out or falling asleep or something, and the Going Merry is fixed.
Here's a number. Psych! That's the wrong number!
But it doesn't have the wings, and it doesn't have any of the stuff that it would use to fly, which means that someone who fixed it knew what it looked like before the orangutans upgraded it. Okay, so when the two groups split up, Luffy's group fought a giant snake, and Nami's group learned the history of Jaya, and that's how we found out the Raiders are descendants of the giant civilization. Yeah, they're just fighting to get their land back. And this also explains why all the animals in Skypiea are so giant. It's because clouds are nurturing them to be that way. One thing Gan Fall shows them, he shows them about impact dials. He had Sanji whack a hammer on top of this dial and then aim the dial at something, and the dial just rips the barrel to shreds. The reason is impact dials absorb energy and use it at a later time. What we also find is some of the militia have axe dials, which are very, very sharp. Oh, Waipa is going around and he's using a reject dial. The thing about the reject dial is they could actually kill the user. But at this point, Waipa doesn't care. He's trying to get his land back. He's trying to fight and destroy anybody in his way at this point. Now, Waipa actually uses a reject dial on Shura. Boy, Shura was done for. I was like, bruh. Oh my god. He hit him with just like a touch of his hand. Shura came with the flaming joust stick thing. It got him, but he used all that energy right back into him. And it was 10 times, like a reject dial is 10 times stronger than an impact dial.
Quit muffs!
Impact dial's power is automatically already phenomenal. We've seen what Satori did to Sanji and Luffy and Usopp in that one battle. That reject dial took Shura out like it was nothing. One hit. One hit. Now, we also learned about mantra. Mantra is a power that people use to hear better. The 3 priests and Enel all use mantra to hear. They can hear things that help them sense your movements. They can hear what you're about to do. Now, I think this also helps Enel hear what's going on in the land, and that's why he knows when and where to send those big giant blasts to. Waipa and Luffy see each other in the forest, and they're just kind of, they talk it up for a second. Luffy's like, yo, my bad, I didn't know this was your land. That's what, because Waipa told him. He's like,
see what had happened at first was,
yo, my bad, I'm sorry to disturb. I didn't realize this was your land. And then Waipa's just like, whatever, and then they start fighting. But it ends right there. It ends right there. But just before that, Zoro defeats Braum. Braum's flashing him with these guns that shoot flashes, and he can't really see to adjust to know when to slice. But then, of course, Zoro defeats him. Zoro's talking about he has this power of a cannon, and the guy's like, what cannon? I don't see no cannon. Comes to attack Zoro, and Zoro uses one sword style, not even 3 sword style. He uses 1 sword style and hits this boy with the power of a cannon. That's it for Braum. Braum's laid out in the grass, being nurtured by the cloud grass. Oh, Enel pops up on the ship, takes out Sanji and Usopp with 1 touch. I wonder what dial he's using to use attacks that strong.
That's a lot of damage.
Took both of them out.
The ting goes.
They're both laid out. Nami's just trying to be quiet because he told her don't say nothing. And he took Usopp out because Usopp talked too much. And now they're both laid out. So we'll see what happens. Waipa and Luffy are pretty much evenly matched at this point. They both hit each other with bazooka attacks. And that's where the chapter ends. I wonder what's gonna happen on the next episode. You gotta tune in. Okay, what happened in the short comics? So we all know Wappo makes toys now. Wappo's selling toys and he's looking pretty tired at first, but then he actually has a grand opening to his toy shop. A scientist finds out that his toy shop his secret is the steel. They start scaling the business, and he has a whole actual factory that builds the toys now. So I guess Wappo's the king of something after all. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite part of these 10 chapters. Don't forget to join the Wano Piece Pirate Crew by hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching this one. Peace.